According to ancient Hindu texts, we are currently living in the Kali Yuga, a cosmic era where human corruption slowly eclipses every moral limit. The symptoms of this age are incredibly specific. Truth is abandoned. Violence becomes the baseline of daily life. The texts describe a period where humans operate entirely on deceit and behave with more cruelty than mythological demons. All of this global greed, lust, and violence eventually accumulates. It physically manifests into a singular, living entity known as Kali, the ultimate embodiment of the era's darkness. This apocalypse is a product of our own design, summoned by the crushing weight of human silence and collective sin. When the earth literally cannot bear the weight of this darkness any longer, it calls out to the cosmos for a protector. The prophecy describes a divine child entering the world through an ordinary village, far from the reach of the era's corrupt power structures. This child is Kalki. He is the 10th, final, and supreme incarnation of Lord Vishnu, destined to enter the world with a single purpose: to reset the timeline. When systemic corruption reaches absolute totality, gradual reform becomes impossible. Saving creation requires a radical, divine reset. Kalki's preparation for this end-of-the-world conflict begins the moment he turns 16. He requires a master. Parashurama, an immortal and the 6th avatar of Vishnu, descends from his eternal meditation specifically to take on this role. He puts Kalki through rigorous martial training. He teaches him to summon and control universe-destroying weapons, like the formidable Brahmastra and Pashupatastra. But the weapons are secondary. Parashurama's true curriculum focuses on the strict principles of ethics, absolute justice, and the heavy burden of wielding ultimate power wisely. Divine power deployed without a strict moral framework is simply another form of unrighteousness. Achieving true justice requires ultimate discipline? Kalki will not ride into this final war alone. The prophecy dictates he will lead an army alongside 7 immortals, beings whose knowledge spans thousands of years. The roster of this army is highly paradoxical. It includes Ashwatthama, a scarred warrior from the Mahabharata cursed with endless anger. Standing right next to him are completely pure devotees like the monkey god Hanuman, alongside righteous demons like King Bali, who spent ages banished to the underworld. The final war against total darkness requires a completely united front. Past sins and origins are irrelevant here. They are bound together exclusively by their commitment to dharma, righteousness. On the other side of the battlefield, Kali's forces are commanded by 2 immortal generals, the demons Koka and Vikok. They lead an infinite army born directly from human hatred and malice. Lord Brahma granted these generals a terrifying loophole. This cyclical flowchart shows exactly how their invincibility works. If one brother's vitality hits 0 in combat, a single glance from the surviving brother instantly restores him. They are locked in an endless loop of resurrection. Kalki quickly realizes conventional attacks are useless. He has to seek out the Supreme Brahma himself to learn the secret flaw required to bypass this impossible mechanic. Armed with this knowledge, the climax begins. The sky darkens, the earth trembles, and Kalki charges directly into the fray mounted on his white horse. He raises his divine sword, Yoganta, and delivers a single era-ending strike that obliterates Kali, the unkillable generals, and their alienating forces. Ending the cycle of unrighteousness requires more than winning a battle. It requires destroying the very rules that allowed the darkness to thrive in the first place. Kali's final scream fades out. The dust settles, leaving the entire universe in a profound, motionless silence. From this quiet comes the restoration. Kalki marries goddess Padma, an incarnation of the goddess Lakshmi. This marriage is a literal recoupling of the universe with Sanatan Dharma, locking eternal order back into place. With this union, the Satya Yuga begins, a world without deceit, governed by compassion and absolute light. In Hindu cosmic philosophy, an apocalypse is never truly the end. It is a violent, necessary act of cosmic healing that finally allows humanity to be reborn.